Okay, it's the Army Cadet race up next, guys. I'll go through the grid for you now, and I'm expecting a classic contest here. I looked at the grid early and thought, well, Harley Horton's here, who's been racing at Super 1 level, so he looks like the man they may have to beat. So he's on pole. Ben Price, championship leader, right behind him. But earlier on in the piece, Ted Bradbury went very close in one heat, was hounding Horton before he spun himself out. All his own work, unfortunately. Charlie Hart is alongside on the front row with Horton. You've got Ben Price, Ted Bradbury, and further down the grid, you've got row 3, you've got Gabriel Fairbrother, Dane Tucker. On row 4, it's Harvey Wood and Neo Clark. On row 5, Leo Jackson and Joel Billington. On row 6, it's William Murter and Dominic Holden, the 41 Kart, Gussie Hudson and Max Nuttall as they go round on the formation lap. Harry Fownes is the novice going off row 8 alongside Harley Slater, the novice. Those two will be battling for the novice trophy, of course. And then we've got 4 Honda cadets in this one as well. We've got Connor Duncan, Finley Whiting, the Finster, I think he goes by, Amelia Pennington, the novice, alongside Alessandro Ballesteros, who did tweet us earlier saying that he was competing this weekend. So that's the grid for you. This is the last race of the day, by the way. It seems to have gone very quickly, doesn't it? I've not even had a chance to take a look at your questions and your comments, guys. But listen, I will get to them after this race. I'll take your questions. I'll have a look, see what your comments are. The 20 car, expect him. He comes in this weekend with Super 1 experience, British Championship experience, Harley Horton. I pitched him as the race favourite today. He's not disappointed me so far, but I think this could be difficult. The one down the outside, is he going to get it done? Charlie Hart looks like he's got it into turn. Was he? No. Horton holds on, and then Charlie Hart gets squeezed, and he's losing places in a hurry. And Horton has picked himself off a nice 10 kart lengths lead. They come off the valley one more time today. But for the first time in this race, 93 going up the inside of the 92. That is Ben Price, championship leader. Gabriel Fairbrother has come from row 3 to get second place. He's just dropped back to third now, but Fairbrother looks like he's on fire. Now Harley Horton, well, this is a little bit disappointing. Let's hope these guys can work together in second, third and fourth and catch Horton, because it was looking like we had a very entertaining battle earlier. So as they go through the line, look at the battles. We've got places trying to be made up. They go through the line. Ben Price, championship leader, in second from Fairbrother, Hart, Clark, Tucker, Wood, Bradbury. Ted Bradbury there on the 53. Further down, I would have thought in 8th place, Leo Jackson and Dominic Holden rounded out the top 10s. They come over the valley one more time. 12 laps these finals, guys. You could just get to pick out your favourite drivers. The 72 on the back of that group there is Dane Tucker there in 6th place. Going up the inside for a spot is the 92, and going with him, it looks like is that Charlie Hart? I think it may do. It is Charlie Hart, in fact. So the race leader, still Horton, in second. That is the 92 of Gabriel Fairbrother. Ben Price on the 93. Where is he? Can't quite make him out. There he is. Well, he's back to 4th place, but he's going to make a place up now. This is a classic moving karting. One goes through, another one goes with it. So Gabriel Fairbrother's up to second place, and then the 93 places being made. Ben Price is there now in, looks like the 50 going through was Charlie Hart, and we had Ben Price right in behind. Ben Price, of course, the championship leader, coming in to the round. Battles going on all the way through the field as they go through the right-hander, then left-handed now, down through the double apex, out onto Rogerson Straight. Alan Taddy here, guys, for you on the commentary. My commentary colleague, the world-famous and world-class Jake Sanson, away doing the World Championships this weekend. Unfortunately, you guys are going to have to make do with me, but we've got a cracker going on here. We've got Horton leading Hart with Ben Price right in there. So Horton had a comfortable lead. He's been hunted down, and it's all on. It's Hart and Price. It looks like Hart and Price. I thought when I looked at the earlier qualifying times, or the practice times, I beg your pardon, Ben Price was only 0.03 of a second behind Horton, and he's now starting to show that pace. And In the mix as well is Charlie Hart. That was a battle there for 4, 5, 6. I think it was Neo Clark from Dane Tucker and Harvey Wood in that battle. Ted Bradbury further back there in 7th. He's made up a place, was down in 8th. He's made up a place, but that's not where Ted would want to be, because he was all over the back of Harley Horton earlier on. That's Horton on the 20. The 50 is Hart. The 93 is Ben Price. They come towards us. Will the man in 2nd look to just push the leader away? Looks like he's going to content himself with trying to get away. These 3 may try and get away from the battle in 4th place. That's led by Dane Tucker now from Harvey Wood. Ted Bradbury's up to 6th place, but it looks like he's too far back to have an impact from there. Neil Clark now down to 7th, and Fairbrother is dropping back through the field down to 8th. And Dominic Holden and Leo Jackson rounding out the top 10. Apologies if I've not mentioned you guys, but these are very short sprint races, of course. There are, 7.5 laps to go, I think, at the moment. So into Luna one more time. This is a battle, great battle for 4th place. This is Dane Tucker ahead of Harvey Wood on the 47. That's Tucker on the 72. Harvey Wood's on the 47. And then 53 is Bradbury. Now, if Bradbury can get by here, he's having a look. He needs to get by, get on the front of that group and try and get them to push him towards the group in front. We didn't quite say, did he make up a place? Couldn't quite make it out as he went left-handed. But the 53, where is he? No, he's still there in 6. He needs to get to the front of that group or just work with them to go forward. That's the 18 Kart, Neil Clark. We're having a look up there. Gabriel Fairbrother not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. This is a great battle with 5 in it for 4th place. So 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 as they come towards us now, out onto Rogerson's. In behind them for 9th and 10th, it's Dominic Holden and Leo Jackson rounding out the top 10. That's the 72 Kart you're looking at again. Dane Tucker, great battle. We've got a nice battle, 3-way battle out front. These 5 are trying to catch them, but I'm not sure they're going to. We're halfway into the race now. Coming down the inside, looking for the spot. Has he got that done? Is that Bradbury? Still can't get by, can he? But here are the race leaders, still as you were. The 72 is Tucker. 47 is Harvey Wood. 53 still there is Bradbury. He's getting a bit frustrated. He's going down the inside now. Needs the 18 to push him through. Neo Clark. Clark going with. And that is a classic karting move. Nice move by Neo Clark. And going with Clark. Can't quite see if he held on. Looks like he did. That may have been, was that Fairbrother? That was the 47, in fact. Looks like Harvey Wood dropping places. But, yeah, what a fantastic race we've got here so far in the Army Cadet. We've got Honda Cadets off the back of the field as well. I can just tell you that Connor Duncan leads the Honda Cadet race from the Finster, Finley Whiting. We've got a novice further back. The novice is Amelia Pennington. And then Alessandro Ballesteros rounds out the field in the 4-kart novice, 4-kart Honda Cadet race, I beg your pardon. So they come down across the hatchings. That's the start line for the corporate events here at Three Sisters, and where the mini bikes will start next week. If you've never seen mini bikes, come and have a look at the championship next week. It's not the one we film, it's the other one, but always worth coming to have a look. That is Harley Horton out front. Now, Horton is the one with all of the British Championship experience, and I thought when I saw his name on the sheets for the entries, I thought, yeah, he's going to be the one to beat. And I tell you what, I've not been wrong, but he hasn't got it tied up. Charlie Hart right in behind him, nothing to choose between the 700s as they went through the line, not surprisingly, because the transponders, pretty much he had his front nose cone on the rear bumper of the kart in front. Now these karts do have drop down nose cones. You can't sort of run into somebody really hard, because you'd get a 10-second penalty if the nose cone drops down out of its bracket that it sits on. And those nose cones were brought in a few years ago to try and stop the loading in the other classes, and that looks like we've got a move by Bradbury. I missed that, apologies. Ted now through to 4th place, but what can he do from there? The laps are running out for him. There's going to be 3 to go as they go through the line. We're coming to the end of this meeting, guys. I can't believe it. I've not stopped commentating. I'm used to a little bit of a break at Super 1, get 4 or 5 minutes, but not here today. So that is Bradbury in 4th place, and he's being chased by Neo Clark there on the 18, and in behind them Dane Tucker now, who was 4th earlier on, with Harvey Wood right behind. Fairbrother is 8th going through the line. Dominic Holden and Leo Jackson, Billington, Murta, Hudson, Nuttall, Duncan and Finley Whiting going through in 16th place. Then comes Amelia Pennington, Morgan Hudson, Harley Slater, Alessandro Ballesteros and Harry Fownes rounding out. That's all of the drivers on track, so everybody getting a bit of a mention. The leaders go through into Luna. That is the battle for 4th. This is the battle for 6th place. It is the 72 of Dane Tucker leading it from Harvey Wood, and then in behind he's got Gabriel Fairbrother. In fact, yeah, it looks like, is that Harvey Wood there has lost the place, but this is the battle for the lead with 2 to go. Less than 2 laps to go, in fact. We're going to stay on this battle for the lead because this is where it's going to be decided. Can Charlie Hart make the move on the man that's got all the British Championship experience? And if he does, will Harley Horton have a go back? You bet he will. He's not going to allow somebody to come up the inside and make it very easy for them. But it's Horton that leads from Hart. Ben Price looking back, further back. It's Bradbury. You can see in the background in 4th place from Clark, and then we've got Tucker, Fairbrother, Harvey Wood is in that mix as well. I think Harvey was on the back of that group last time. He was in fact in 8th place. We're coming to the line this time. There's the starter with the last lap board, and Horton is not defending. I'm really surprised. He's taken a massive risk, but goes into turn 1. I cannot believe Charlie Hart didn't go for that then. He was right behind him. I'm absolutely astonished that Horton didn't defend. He's not defending anyway. He's given Hart a great opportunity. This is an opportunity now. Dan Padder, is he going to take it over to Hutchins into Padder Bend? And that is a great move by Charlie Hart. Takes the lead, but here comes Horton. I told you, and they come together. Can you believe it? The man in 3rd place is Ben Price, a championship leader. Oh, I said Horton wouldn't give it up easy. It's going to be the 53. It's going to be the 93, I beg your pardon, of Ben Price. That's not Bradbury through to 2nd, is it? Oh my goodness, you have got to be kidding me. Oh, give props to Ted Bradbury there for staying with it. This is what happens, guys. Anything can happen in a race. And Harley Horton's gone through in 4th place in the end. Contact between them. And, oh my goodness, what action. Let's have another look at the replay. Here is Charlie Hart going up the inside. That is a very clean move. I said Harley Horton would fight back, and indeed he does. First opportunity, which is what he should do. He's ahead there at the point of contact. He ends up carrying on, comes 4th in the end. But Charlie Hart ends up down in 8th place. He's the one with his hand in the air and in his hands. Let's have a look at the finishing positions. Ben Price, the championship leader, takes the win from Ted Bradbury. Can you believe Ted come back for 2nd? Just shows you've got to hang in there because, you know, he was 4th and he was in position to take advantage of any contact, and they were battling together and ended up coming together. Neo Clark came through for 3rd place in the end. Horton finished 4th, and then Tucker, Fairbrother, Harvey Wood, Charlie Hart ended up down in 8th place, so he came off worst of that battle between Horton and Hart. He came off worst of the two. Leo Jackson, Dominic Holden rounding out the top 10 from Joel Binnington, William Murter, Connor Duncan, Gussie Hudson, the Finster, Finley Whiting. Connor Duncan, by the way, won that Honda race. Finley was 2nd in that. Amelia Pennington, the rookie, was 3rd in the Honda race. Following Amelia was Morgan Hudson and Harley Slater, a couple of novices. And then came Max Nuttall, I think is the chairman's son here at Manchester and Buxton Kart Club. Alessandro Ballesteros rounded out the Honda race, and Harry Fownes on the 32 kart in 21st place, guys.